Hi, welcome to Marianne's Alaska Kitchen. I'm Marianne, and I'm going to be making, I'm going to humbly say, the best Reuben you've ever had. So let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is make the sauce. And you can skip this if you don't like spicy. If you don't like spicy, just use Thousand Island dressing. But I will say this just super kicks it up a notch. So I'm gonna make the sauce for you here. And I'm gonna start with about a half a cup of Thousand Island dressing. You can make that with pickles, ketchup, and mayonnaise if you don't want to buy the Thousand Island dressing. You can make it yourself. It's very simple. Mix up ketchup, mayo, and pickles, and you've got Thousand Island. But I'm going to kick it up a notch and make these a little bit of a spicy Reuben with about 6 pickled jalapeno peppers that have been made for me by the store already, so I don't have to pickle them myself. I'm going to finely chop them, add them to my Thousand Island. So that's about a half a cup of Thousand Island dressing, about 6 jalapenos, about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, about a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and then about a teaspoon of chopped, minced, or pressed garlic. Mix it all up and you have magical Reuben sauce. Just to make this easy for me, I'm going to do it with a garlic press. And also because when you're eating a sandwich, you don't want like a big lump of garlic hitting your taste buds. So in go my garlic. And what I normally do is make a huge batch of this, and I keep it in a special Thousand Island bottle that is what I call 12,000 Island sauce. And the sauce is that simple, but it just makes such a big difference. So we mix that Thousand Island, jalapenos, garlic, and Worcestershire all together. And then it's ready to put on your beautiful, delicious Reuben. So the ingredients for a Reuben are very simple. You've got your dressing, either plain Thousand Island or my kicked up a notch 20,000 Island sauce. You've got yourself some sauerkraut. I recommend getting the kind that's in the refrigerator section, but you can also get it canned in your vegetable section. Some kind of rye bread, either deli rye, marble rye, or plain rye. I like the deli rye. And I've got myself some uncured pastrami, which I got from Costco, but you can also just get Oscar Mayer or Hermel, like in the sandwich section of your store. And then I've got some Swiss cheese, just plain old regular Swiss cheese. You can use any kind of cheese on it. Provolone is great on a Reuben, but Swiss is traditional, so that's what we're going to use today. And you need a non-stick skillet to start it all in. So I'm going to take a couple of slices of that deli rye and I'm going to butter them on both the outsides. And we'll be right back. So I'm going to take that piece of rye bread that I've buttered, and I'm going to put it right down into my nonstick skillet. I'm going to put it down to about medium low, and it is important the order you do this in, because if you put your sauce onto your bread, it's going to get soggy. So you want your cheese on first. So as soon as you put this down, then put your cheese on, whatever flavor it is. Swiss in this case. Get that Swiss cheese on. Then you put a nice layer of that sauce. I'd say a couple tablespoons. Next is your sauerkraut and a nice layer of sauerkraut. And I am not a big fan of plain sauerkraut, but on a Reuben, it's magical. So good. So there's the sauerkraut. And this is beautiful pastrami. But like I said, Hormel is great too. We've had really good Reuben. These kind of kick it up a notch using the Costco pastrami. So I'm going to fold it over from one side to the other. My husband likes a good amount of meat on these, so I'm going to put 5 slices, rotating which direction, and then in the middle, just fold it towards the middle. Then we're going to put another layer of that magical sauce, another couple tablespoons. And all the time I'm doing this, that bottom layer is getting a beautiful crust on it. And then, because one piece of Swiss is not going to cover the whole sandwich, I'm going to break off a little piece. And I'm going to take my other slice and butter it. Need a little more butter. It's Alaska. Our butter is a little cold, even in the house. Put that on top and flip it. And by the time you've assembled the sandwich and flip it over, you're gonna have a beautiful golden brown, as this does. I mean, it couldn't look more perfect than it does. And like I said, it's just all about controlling the temperature. If you have it on medium-low, you're gonna have time to assemble it without burning your bread. And it's going to be so good. And that also gives it time to melt that Swiss cheese, which is the first layer after you lay your bread down. So I'm gonna let that cook for about 3 minutes, and it's gonna be heavenly eating time. Thank you, Reuben. Now, once it's been a few minutes, lift up the edge and look underneath, and that looks gorgeous. So I'm going to plate it. And as with any good sandwich, I'm going to cut it in half triangularly, so it's very easy to bite into. And just look at that melty, saucy, sauerkrauty deliciousness.
There we go.
So there's my victim, the taster of everything I make. Nice little bite into a messy Reuben, because they are messy. Whenever we make these, we wonder why didn't we make these for so long? They're so good.
Yeah, everything just blends so well together. It's tangy. Obviously there's a lot of meat on there. It's very filling. Just a tasty sandwich.
Whoever invented Reubens, we just want to say thank you. You're so awesome.
Also, whoever invented napkins.
That too. Thank you for visiting Marianne's Alaska Kitchen. I hope you enjoy these. They're so good. And do take that extra step of making the jalapeno Thousand Island dressing with the garlic. It just kicks it up so much. Hit like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you like this. And please leave me a comment if you have any suggestions or ideas, or you just made it and loved it. I'd love to chat back with you. We'll see you next time.